Okay, y'all. Welcome back. It's your girl. And this is Wake Up number 2. So today is Saturday. You all know I got my hair done on Thursday. And I knew it. So I've been wrapping it just with this flat and just a headscarf. And I think I woke up maybe around 1 or 2 o'clock this morning. And I've been sleeping with the fan on, but I was sweating. So y'all look at here. Y'all see, I done sweated it out and it's trying to revert. Well, not trying right there, it reverted. And over here. And so I got the tools out. I got the tools out. So we gonna see. So this video, you will see the transformation of this. And I'm prayers up, fingers crossed, Lord Jesus. I know it ain't gonna look like how Fallon did it, but it's gonna be cute. Yeah, I'm gonna speak that thing. And then I know I haven't done a makeup video in a while either, and so I will be putting on some makeup today. Yes, indeed. I've already done my face care routine, so that's why you see it's glistening. I have my moisturizer on. I'll be in an area that's gonna be really hot today, so I'll have on also some sunscreen, intentional sunscreen, so not just what's in my moisturizer and thing like that. But so let's go. So as I'm doing this, I'm cracking up on the inside. You can't tell. You can't tell because I've been known to do too much of a bump. Tone used to just be on me. You don't need all of that, cousin. So I'm trying not to do too much. Right, too much. But I don't want it flat either. All right, it's coming together, y'all. It's coming together. This is the part I'm concerned. Like, I don't know what that's going to do, honey. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And I wanted to get the finishing spray that Val used, but it wasn't in my budget. So I looked up this other finishing spray. So we're going to see how this one does. This is the Ebin 24-hour tamer holding spray, biotin infused, lightweight, anti-freeze. And it say it's flexible holding spray, so we'll see. We shall see. So again, yeah, I don't know what the top part gonna look like. It may be a whole another style after your girl get through. So if you don't know the beauty that this hair was looking on Thursday, I'm gonna need you to go and watch that good video. Trying something new, I think is what I titled it. And so just in case you're new to the channel, back in April, I did a big chop. And so I've been natural since 98, 98, 99. Um, and, you know, my hair wasn't damaged or anything like that. I wanted something new. I'm in the process of healing and I wanted a reset. And so that's what I did. I chopped it off. And I think I've been thinking about this recently. Like, am I gonna keep it short? And all the things. But this here, I wanted to see what it looked like, straightened. And that's the beauty of us black girls, us chocolate girls, us melanated girls, and our hair. We can do so much with it. Okay, so this is what this side is looking like. And I loved it. Now, I'm gonna do heat, transparent moment. I'm gonna do heat today and I'm gonna do heat tomorrow, for church. So I will be in Antioch today and it's expected to be like 97 degrees. So hot. And so I do have my personal fan that I'll be bringing with me, but I know it's gonna be some sweating, going on, some sweating. Can't prevent all of that, right? So, there will be a little bumpity bump in my hair tomorrow for service for church. And so, but then, cause like yesterday, it was flat and I didn't bump it or anything. Cause again, I don't want heat damage. Cause just because it's short, eventually I will grow it out. And I want her to know she loved this here mane on my head. You loved, girl. And so, yeah, so back to what I was saying, because I just went a whole nother direction about growing it out. I'm thinking maybe February of next year I'll start growing it out. We'll see. What you call it? Those in between stages though. So I'm gonna have to start looking at I'm gonna have to start attending YouTube University to see some styles where I can still make it look cute while we going through our growth spurt next year. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying the short hair and the versatility and the ease of it. Now, I will say, when it's in my full natural state, meaning no heat or anything, it is more manageable. Less maintenance. I'll say that. I figured out how to not have to go to the shop on a regular basis because, like I've mentioned in other videos, on a budget and haven't worked in a year. And so, it's like, okay. And I've never been that girl, even working. I've never been that girl that went to the shop every week, every 2 weeks, and all of that. I've always managed to learn how to do it myself or do a simple enough style to be able to maintain myself. And, I would go to the shop for major things, like if I wanted some highlights or a good trim, then I would go to the shop. But outside of that, I would press it, flat iron it, all the things myself. And so just trying to, figure it out. And like, I want to spend my money somewhere else. But then you get older and you be like, I want somebody's hands in my hair, right? And so yeah, so I think she gonna be all right, though. I think she gonna be all right. Okay, y'all. So, remember the old school rack? So we gonna see what it do. And that's what the back is looking like. And so I'm probably gonna play with it a little bit more, but it's giving still. It's still giving. It's still giving. Yes, indeed. And the good thing is I can go and watch that video a little bit that I posted to kind of see what certain parts, you know, was doing when it was doing. Oh my goodness. But it still has body. Let's see. I'm probably gonna wrap it tonight. Kind of give it a wrap. Good old stick. Y'all should have seen me looking for this, because mind you, I ain't have to use a stick in a while, right? So this is the Edge Booster stick that I've had probably for about 2-3 years, or a couple of birthdays ago after Tone did my hair. Kind of lay down those flyaways, and yeah, okay. So we can go out and play a little bit today. We can go out and play a little bit today. Again, I'm probably gonna do a little bit more to it. But let me get set up for the makeup, and I shall return, good people. All right, so I am done with the hair. This is what it's looking like. Not bad if I must say so myself, from how we started now we're here, right? So now we're getting ready to get into the makeup. I'm a little bummed because my Benefits concealer is missing. I just had it yesterday, so I'm assuming it fell out of my bag while I was out yesterday, because I've checked the car and all the things and can't find it, but neither here or there. So I am using Old Faithful, and I don't know how much of this I have in here. The NARS. This is the mini one. And so just gonna go under the eye a little bit, because that's where the dark circles love to abide. You know, it's menopause. It's menopause with the lack of sleep and whatnot. But I am working on it, experimenting with some different supplements. And I have one supplement that I plan on trying out, but I want to talk to the doctor first, and it's the maca root. So I was thinking, y'all, matcha was what I needed, not knowing that there was such a thing called the maca root, which is what I needed. So the maca root, M-A-C-A, not the M-A-T-C-H-A, but the M-A-C-A, is supposed to help with energy. It's supposed to help regulate hormones and things of that nature. However, I've been watching some different, you know, I've been researching and reading up on some different things, and I've watched some people. I'm going in now with, this is the Benefits, but it's rubbed off, and it's just the eyebrow tinter, for, I guess is what you can call it. I've been watching different people reviews on it, and of course reading some research and whatnot, and it got your girl a little bothered. So go on and come on and lean in. So what I've read so far regarding the Benefits, it's supposed to, like I said, help with regulation of your hormones. If you have a cycle, it's supposed to help with those symptoms and things of that nature. It's supposed to help build your energy. Um, and those, so I'm not sexually active and I haven't been since 2018. I think it, yeah, 2018. And it is supposed to increase your libido. So I don't need my libido increased. I'm trying to keep it under wrap, right? I'm trying to keep it under control so that I can continue to remain abstinence until my husband shows his beautiful face. So, and then it's supposed to, well, for some people said they experience weight gain. I'm trying to get the hormones under control so I can lose weight. Your girl ain't trying to gain nothing. So I bought it. It's in the cabinet, but I'm going to talk to the doctor, the OB-GYN about it first to see, get her take, and then I'll make my decision depending on, kind of what she says. And maybe try it out. But y'all know I weigh myself every day anyway, just to kind of get an idea of what this here body is doing. Now, I will say this. During COVID, in case you're behind, you don't know, I had COVID a couple of weeks ago. So during that time, I lost 5 pounds. Only 1 pound have returned. So I'm down 4, but I have been playing around with, this is the brown, just a regular, it's called Ruby. That's the brand, just from the beauty supply, nothing special. What I was trying to say to y'all? Oh no, what was I saying? Oh, the weight. So I have been back and forth with 5 pounds forever, for a few months now. And if you've been watching my channel, you see back in June, I went and started doing the 80-20, right? Which is 80% of my diet is plant-based. So Monday through Friday, typically I'm doing plant-based. And honestly, if I got food left over that I didn't prep during the week, on Saturdays and Sundays, I may do my plant, because it's not like, oh, I gotta have meat or I gotta have fish or whatever. But that's just the guidelines that I'm following. And so going in with a little smush, but I call it my concealer brush. So I thought doing that and watching and eating more at home than eating out. And then when I do eat out, it's more like a salad and I'm pressing in. So what I've learned is that, if you notice, I put my concealer on first and I let it sit. And that's because you want it to actually not solidify, but dry just a little bit, so that when you're patting it in, it's more so going in than on your actual tool, your brush, okay? So that's the purpose behind that. Look there. And so, but there hasn't, and then for the month of July, I worked out, I think it was 20 some odd days. So I was working out Tuesday through Friday, and I was doing cardio. And I'm not doing it right now because I'm still getting my energy back, but Monday we back on it, okay? And so I was doing 30 minutes. And for me, that's more than what I was doing. So I'm thinking, surely, I'm being mindful of what I'm eating and more intentional. And I'm being intentional about working out and moving more and this, that, and the other. What's going on with this here weight? And so, and before all of this, I had had my blood work done and tested, my hormone levels, and hormones was just all over the place. And Kaiser is just garbage, in my opinion. I don't like Kaiser. Because they're so, I don't know. They're more for, nope, can't even say that. I don't know, to be honest. But they don't want to run tests. So you truly have to advocate, for yourself. I have a pretty good primary now. I found her, well, a friend referred her to me. And so she's pretty cool. I like her. It's good. But she didn't even, but we went back and forth because she wasn't too thrilled about doing what I want to do first. Okay, so let's do this first. I'm gonna do the e.l.f. Can y'all see that? Primer. Okay, it's the Power Grip Primer. She, and I should have did that actually before I did this. I forgot, but it's all good because some people say you're not supposed to put primer under there. I do, and I know it's the thinnest layer of your skin and all of that, but you got to do what you want to do and what you feel is best for you. So anyway, and that's with medical too, right? And so you can't get caught up in all of these trends and whatnot with people, saying do this and da da da, because everybody body is different. So you can play around with different things and kind of see what worked for you and then put in, create your own what works. You feel me? And so, that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm not discouraged or anything, because I know this is just the circle of life, so to speak. Women go through menopause, right? And so you got to find out what works for you, what don't work for you. For example, and I may have told this story before, when I first entered menopause in 2011, a friend was like, an older friend, she mentioned soy. And she said, when she went into menopause, soy was her friend. So baby, your girl started doing, I like chai lattes, right? And so back then, I was the chai latte at Starbucks, especially if I had an event. I'd get a chai latte with a couple of shots of espresso, yada, 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 right? So, I start flashing, and I was running a youth group at the time, and the parents, to show their appreciation, they had gifted me with a Starbucks gift card. So your girl was at Starbucks, baby, all the time, right? And I'm like, why am I flashing like this? It was the soy. So soy is not my friend. And so I start paying attention to what caused me to flash, right? And so I can't do soy. White Zinfandel, certain wines. I can't do the coffee at 7-Eleven, and I used to love me some 7-Eleven coffee. I can't do the bread out at Outback, that brown good bread, that one. Can't do that one. And so, there's just different things. Oh, I didn't put no primer on my eye. And so, just a little. So again, it's trial and error. You got to figure out what works for you. And so in regards to like supplements, what has been a huge blessing for me is B Complex. B Complex has, or some brands call it B100. It has truly helped with the, that's kind of cute, huh, y'all? With a lot of the symptoms, right? And so it's just, you got to figure it out, unfortunately. And so I'm not going to stop. I'm going to start back working out this coming week. I'm going to do more walking because we want this hair to last a little bit longer, because if I get in here sweating and working out, it's going to revert back. So I need at least a good week. I would love to, the straight look. And so, life is just like that. You experiment, you try, but that's why too it's important to have a circle of friends, right? And me, I have all kind of friends from different age ranges, different walks of life. And so when things start happening, I can say, hey, when you experience da da da, or just in casual conversation, if we're talking about it, they'll share, what they've used, what they've experienced, or whatever. And then you, of course, in everything, you do your own research and you figure out what is best for you. What is best for you. So, like, even when I went into menopause in 2011, I was hell bent on I ain't taking the HRT and this, that, and the other because um, data have shown that the HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy, is linked to cancer. And cancer runs on both sides of my family, unfortunately. And I know that's another discussion. So I'm like, yeah, no. But my doctor convinced me to just give it a try. So the compromise was I'll do it for a year because I had gastric bypass in May of 2011 and then a hysterectomy in December. So my body was like, well, what you doing? This ain't normal, right? So that January I started HRT and I told her I'm coming off in a year. And so that December I stopped. And she was like, you were supposed to go. Whatever, girl. Whatever. I told you a year. And it helped a little. I still experienced some things. I'm sure it may have been worse if I wouldn't have been on that. But, my decision is my decision. And I decided to go more of a holistic route and find out different supplements, different foods, and different things like that. Okay, you all, now I feel like it's dry enough. I'm going to go in with some MAC. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep all of this in because it's going to make it longer and y'all don't seem to like them long videos. So I'm just going to go in a little bit. And then I might keep it in. Some people may fast forward or whatever. I've really been trying to figure out what y'all like. You like the shorts? And at first I was like, okay, they like the shorts. I get more, whatever. And then, honey, them last couple of shorts, they was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Right. And so I think it just depends on algorithms, what you're posting and whatnot, who's up that night when you post it and all the things. And so we ain't getting discouraged on that either. How about that? It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Okay, that look a little good by itself, huh? But I haven't worn actually foundation in a minute. Been doing more natural. I'll hit it with like I said, the concealer or whatever, but that been about it. And so I was torn because I'm wearing this pink. So I'm contemplating which Morph palette. Uh-oh, just broke it. So this is this one that I'm contemplating. Or, oh, this is a mess. You can tell I ain't used it. Or this one here. Let's see. Okay, I did the concealer up there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this one right here. Right there. On my lid and in my crease. And this is the type of brush that I'm using. I don't know the actual name for it. So again, you can see I have hooded lids. So I get in that crease. And then go up, and I can feel that primer gripping it, baby. Yes, indeed. Hi. It's gripping. And so if you watched any of my makeup videos, you know I typically do my eyes and stuff before I do the foundation. That way, if I mess up, that's what it's looking like. If I mess up the eye, my foundation isn't messed up and I don't have to do everything all over. But again, that's the other thing. Figure out what worked for you. Some people do their eyes last. You know, as have been watching different tutorials, haven't watched any in a while, but I learned that some people do their mascara and stuff last because depending on the setting, spray that you're using and the mascara that you're using, it could, you know, mess it up. Like if it ain't waterproof or this, that, and the other. And so I have been doing that, but I will, let's be transparent here. It's a little too dark. So blend it out some. There were times where I left the house because I forgot I had did my finishing spray, and then the way my brain works, it's like I'm finished, right? No ma'am, you're not. And so what I start doing is what I'm trying to say. Oh, sorry. I would leave, so I'm wetting this brush here. So I start leaving I would leave another what you call it, mascara in the car in case that happened. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this one right here. Okay. And wetting the brush gives it a little bit of a creamy type feel. And it ain't like soaking wet. I dry it a little bit. So yeah, so I had to start because I like I said, I would forget. And again, I'm just packing this on. Now, even before I start doing like makeup videos and really getting into it like this, I would do my shadow first before I did my mascara, because if you see, some of it gets on, you know, your lash or whatever, and my mascara would get it, or I'll brush it or whatever. And so that's that. And so just trying to dry it a little bit because again, I did wet it. I haven't found the trick to it not transferring upper. Some days I can get it and it's a little bit better. I didn't use the fan. I didn't use, you know, the primer and all the things. I'm sorry, y'all. My door is open. And with that eye closed, yeah. If you know, you know, right? Okay, so then we're going to do the other eye. And I'll come back. Okay, so now this is what it looked like before any blending has been done. So I'm going to go in with this and do the blending. And I pretty much don't touch what's on my actual lid with my color, but I go into that dark area and just kind of like pat it in and go up a little bit. Because like I said, I knew it was going to transfer a little bit. It didn't do a lot this time. And so sometimes I'll go in and add some more of that darker color. Sorry for the background noise. Like I said, my front door is open. So I don't have a perm. There's no chemicals on my hair. Baby is natural. So being in menopause and having my hair straight, that head get a little hotter than normal. Okay? And so trying to stay cool and all the things. And yeah. So the front door is open because that fan has been on nonstop. And we have the nerve to be in a heat advisory. It's no longer in my area, but the area that I'm going to today, like I mentioned earlier in the video, it's gonna be 97 degrees, they said this morning. And I was just hoping, because I had heard that yesterday, but I was just hoping something had shifted. So that looked pretty good, y'all. Look at there. Okay, okay. So now we're going to, and again, different people say different things, and I've been trying different things, and I'm not sure which one works best, honestly, anymore, because I ain't did the face in a while, right? I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a little of the Ben Nye. Oh no. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, y'all. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. So I'm going in with the NARS, and this one is Manasa. I think that's how you pronounce it. Manaus. Right there. And so we know a little go a long way. So that's what I'm starting with. And I'm gonna do one more dot. All right. And so, I don't know. The verdict is still out on using the brush. I mean, using the sponge or using the brush. I'm gonna use the sponge today. It's damp. It's not soaked. And we just gonna do what it do, honey. Don't forget that neck. Just to give you a more closer look. And get and I found out something, that NARS is what? Oxidate. So before you put your setting lotion and stuff, or your setting spray and stuff on, you should let it sit for a minute. So that's what we gonna do. Because here's the thing. I don't want to hug people, especially like if I'm gonna be out and around people, you know. So we're my people, church family, biological family, friend family, all the things, we hug, right? And so don't be wanting to transfer no makeup on nobody. And so, yeah. And so again, and that's another, you know, thing, less being more. Because even if your setting lotion, I keep saying setting lotion, your setting spray and all of that, even if it ain't the best, but it does, you know, seal it in some kind of way, then, so yeah, I used it for my eye and I'm using it for my lip. We do multi-uses around this joint. It'll be a lesser of a transfer, right? And so you ain't transferring a whole bunch of makeup. So I'm gonna go in with the Color Stay Suede ink. This has been one of my favorites. It's neutral. It's the 004 one. It is pure talent. Love it. Oh, let's do that. Revlon. Do that. Yep, this is gonna be a long one. And Joe told me don't be doing no long ones. Joe Johnson, He be looking out for me. He got so many followers. I used to keep his kids when I did daycare. Such a good guy. And this is Maybelline, New York, Super Stay Mac Ink. And we just playing with some colors. Let me show y'all. So here it is. Maybelline Super Stay. So, oh, I know what I wanted to mention. I know in some of the videos back, I mentioned I was going to put links to certain things. Maybe because I'm new. They wanted to verify something, and you know, with the scams and stuff, I'd be a little skeptical of certain things. And so YouTube isn't allowing me to put links up just yet. You can follow me though on TikTok, and what I'll start doing as I'm doing more videos, if there's something that I think you guys might be interested in, I'll link it in either the description or the comments. And if there's ever something that you are interested in on where I got it or whatever, please feel free to either DM me. I know there's no DM on YouTube, but on TikTok, my handler is Letter from a Childless Mom, and then on Facebook, I'm Vanessa Calloway. And so feel free to inbox me and say, hey, can you give me the link to whatnot or whatever. Now, don't come over with no foolishness, okay? We don't do no foolishness over on here. Okay, so I think, y'all, it's dry enough. But wait a minute, we can let it dry a little bit more, because see, you see that transfer, that pink then went up there? Mm-hmm. So let's go in with some more of that brown. And it ain't like bad. If you know, you know me. I just like things right. Hey. And it ain't supposed to be right there. It ain't supposed to be right there. But so I'm coming down just a little bit on my lid over the pink, and maybe that'll help. Just a tad bit. But yeah. How are y'all kids doing with back to school, and y'all liking the teachers and the admin, and what's going on? Talk to me. If you haven't liked or subscribed, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? We do girl talk, we do life talk, we do God talk, because we love Jesus around here. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. So only through him will we make it into the kingdom. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Ben Nye. I was gonna say Bill Nye the Science Guy. And yeah, let's see. I'm gonna fan it. I had planned on showing y'all my outfit, but I'm changing. So I have on jeans. They're a pattern type of jean with this top. And I think, one, because of where I'm going, with regarding the heat, there's a skirt that go to this top. I'm gonna just throw the skirt on. At home, this would be comfortable, you know, nothing major. Okay. Uh-oh. Beating myself up. Y'all know we use what we have, right? The fan right there, but why? I got this. This is good. This is good. And so the only thing with the Bill Nye sometimes, and it could be era use, So I don't know if you can see. Let me see. It's a little drop. It's more of a drop than it is a spritz on the face. And I don't like that sometimes. But outside of that, it's cool. I had bought this. I wasn't too thrilled with it again. I don't know if I used it right. I think in the future I might just use it for, because it's a prep and set mist. So I may just use it for prep, right? Put it on my face after, or put it on my face, I don't know, before the primer, after the primer, and then do what I do. Okay, so we're not gonna forget the the eyelashes. So I am using Thrive. Yep, I didn't have it that long, that is rubbing off. And so I love this. This is waterproof. And I usually, it ain't no usually. It just kind of depends on the look I'm looking for in that moment. Sometimes I'll do two. So this is what it looks like. This one has it, this one don't. All right. And maybe I need to get closer. So this one has it, this one don't. Please share wherever you're watching. If you're watching on TikTok, if you're watching on IG, if you're watching on YouTube, please share, like, subscribe, follow, all the things. I'm trying to build my audience. And I would love your help. It doesn't cost a thing to share it, to like it, and to subscribe or follow. Help your girl out. And comment in there. Let me know what you like and what you want to see. And if you want shorter videos, longer videos, whatever, talk to me. Talk to me. What time is it? I'm right on schedule. Do you hear me? Y'all, gas so high. I was planning to go get gas yesterday because I'm like, okay, it's $3.99 at Arco on San Pablo Avenue, right? Because the gas at Safeway and Hercules have been like $4.05. And Thursday, when I was coming back from Vallejo, I was going to go to the Safeway there, but because their gas was like $3.79, but it was hot. And I was like, this is the first day I didn't got my hair done. I am not just to sweat it out, right? I'm like, I get it from Arco. Child, I went to Arco yesterday. It was $4.09. I was like, nope. I still got a half a tank. I'll figure it out. Find one of these other places. So I can't believe. I just pray it gets cheaper. But I am grateful that God has provided where I could get gas. You hear me? All right, y'all. And that's your look. Hi. That's your look right there. And we're all there. Okay, y'all. This is it. And I got on the pearl. Y'all know I never can show y'all the the shoe. So this is the makeup after it's been dried. Here's the hair. This is the shoe I'm wearing. It's the pearl with the rhinestone. So just a little flip-flop with the skirt with a little butterfly necklace, pearl and rhinestone earring, courtesy of Paparazzi. Same. So natural look, little eye. I'm gonna blend this in. Actually, let's just do it now. Just a little bit more because that just was standing out a little to me. And so that is your girl's look. Hey, thank you for watching. Click that like and subscribe. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished look. I actually liked the next day look better, but still was cute. Like and subscribe.